What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Sassy, or it's Sassy Mate, and this is going to be my 20th episode of 5 Minutes of CSGO. Heading straight into it, we're going to be going over to IEM Chicago, where we do see Team Liquid winning their first Intel Grand Slam event for Season 3. This puts them in front of the pack again. This really sets them up well going into the major. It's probably the heaviest favourites in a long time, as they have made the most dominant run going into the major. The run at IEM Chicago saw them starting off in Group A, where they faced Envy. Their match started off on Vertigo, where they were able to record a dominant T side going 15-0. The first official land 16-0 was bound to come on this map, but Envy were able to pick up the pistol round but lost the next round, giving Team Liquid the first map 16-1. It then went over to Mirage, where Envy were a little bit more competitive, but it was the Liquid squad picking up a 16-6 in the end. Their second game saw them face G2, where they started off in Dust 2, where G2 were able to win a 16-13. On Overpass, Liquid were able to come out winners 16-13. It was only when it got to Inferno where Liquid seemed really dominant, where they won 16-9. Definitely a good result for G2 against the Giants of Liquid. The semi-final saw them take on the other French boys of Vitality, where they were able to win it out in a dominant 2-0, winning 16-11 on Dust 2, 16-9 on Overpass. Arguably Vitality's best maps, and they are currently the second best team in the world. It was the grand final against ENCE, which besides the last map was really dominant. 16-2 and 16-3 on Overpass and Nuke respectively. It was Inferno that went the distance, but Liquid won it out 16-14, but ENCE they were really relying on plays and luck really. Either way, Liquid only losing one map throughout this whole event, completely dominating everyone they faced. Honestly, in my eyes, they have an error. They don't have to play another map ever again. What they have done is really only rivaled by the likes of NiP when they went 87-0. The only thing they are really missing are the majors. One thing I want to point out is made in Brazil, they made semis at this event. They didn't bomb out. Speaking of the major, we are going to be heading over to the Americas minor, where we do see both NRG and Furia making it to the main qualifier, while INT, they do make it to the major plan. Now it's crazy that 5 out of the 8 teams at the minor were Brazilian, and it shows the rise of their scene, which is really good for CSGO becoming a very global game. Either way, for NRG and Furia, it's definitely going to be good for both sides making the major qualifier, and for NRG with their new logo, we will be getting new stickers. Now heading over to the EU minor, we do see mousesports and Crazy making the main qualifier, while it's going to be North heading over to the major plan again. Notably, Fnatic and Big will be missing out on this year's major. No Chance did quite well and actually upset mousesports in the opening map. In fact, mousesports were down one map in 12-3 against Sprout and managed to have a 13-0 T-side on Inferno to put them into the third map to continue their major chance. Either way, a very close call for the mousesports side, but good to finally see them getting back into the major cycle, and hopefully they can make some sort of work in Berlin. Crazy definitely having a good result for them, and it's going to hopefully bring them further up in the scene as well. Now with the Americas and Europe minors done and dusted, we have the Asian and CIS minors coming around the corner. This might be a little after the first day matches for the Asian region, but we'll see. In the Asian minor, most notably, we don't have Renegades here because of their legend spot, which is going to open some room for the rest of the teams within this region. That has allowed Greyhound and Avant to be able to get into this minor. We obviously have the notable teams of Tyloo and MVP here. Most people would agree it's pretty much a battle between those 4 teams for those 2 spots in the main qualifier. However, Firepower and Alpha Red will be looking to disturb the balance. However, I feel that in my opinion, Tyloo, Greyhound, MVP will make it through. Not sure which one will be biting the bullet in the major plane, but it's definitely got to be an interesting minor. Now heading over to the CIS minor, I just want to point out that Gambit youngsters, because how amazing would it be if they were able to make it through. Now I'm not familiar with the CIS scene, but Spirit and Force should be favored here with Nemiga and Simon close behind. Please correct me in the comments if I am completely wrong here, but I think Spirit and Force will make it through, with either Nemiga or Simon making it to the plan. However, it should be a very interesting minor. Now heading over to our roster changes, invites and qualifications, we do see in the roster change, Jarks bench NAC and RCF. Force parts way with their coach, Modi becomes a free agent, Hellraisers announced their major roster of Angel, Issa, Oscar, Loel and Nuki. 100 Thieves announced their CSGO return. Now the invites, Liquid, NRG and Vitality to DreamHack Masters Malmo. Vitality and Made in Brazil invited to Blast Pro in Moscow. Big invited to Game Clash Masters. Qualifications, pretty much all the major qualifiers. There's nothing really interesting besides that. But that is going to be it for this video. Be sure to leave a like. And yeah, just drop a comment in your support of, the 20th episode of this series. It's been a while. Made it to 20. And, I'm sure we'll have many episodes in the future. Also, check out all my other content. And that's going to be it. So, bye.